so it's time to catch a hovercraft from Portsmouth to the Isle of Wight. We said goodbye to the best boy in the world and then onto the hovercraft for an amazing 10-minute journey over to the Isle of Wight, which was only slightly sickness-inducing. Got to ride at about 11 a.m, ready to set off to see the first lighthouse. The first lighthouse was St Catherine's Lighthouse, but ended up going around the coast instead of taking a straight line. This is a quick stop by the beach to show you something which isn't the Nab Tower, but could be the Nab Tower. This tiny speck in the distance, I'm not sure you can see, is probably the Nab Tower, but this is kind of what it looks like-ish. I'll put a picture here to show you. I have another longer and better video on this, but the Nab Tower essentially was meant to be part of a World War I protection against submarines. Essentially there'd be more than one of the Nab Tower and then a net connecting them underwater so that submarines could not attack the south coast. It's unfinished and then it replaced a lightship in 1920 and has served as a lighthouse since. After an absolutely freezing dip, it was time to get my butt moving to St Catherine's Lighthouse. There's still about 3 more hours of cycling to go. And it's St Catherine's Lighthouse. Built in 1838, this is St Catherine's Lighthouse. This lighthouse was built following the loss of the ship Clarendon on the rocks down below, but there has been a long history of lighthouses or light sources in this area to guide ships and warn them of the oncoming rocks. The first light source to protect seafarers from the rocks was lit in 1323 in the 14th century by Walter de Godderton, who erected a chapel and then put a light outside each night to warn mariners of the dangers of these rocks. Skipping forward to 1943, in the Second World War, a tragedy struck the lighthouse when a bombing raid hit the engine house where the 3 keepers at the time were taking shelter. There's now a plaque in their honour at the bottom of the lighthouse. Hope you enjoyed the first part of this lighthouse tour, and I'll see you soon for the next part.